Welcome, Libra. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for May the 30th through to June the 5th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, thank you. Thank you for your positive, loving, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. Truly, thank you so much. Now, let's get to you. We start with the Fool. So there is a brand new adventure opening up to you, a new path to be taken. It's going to take a little bit of risk. It's going to take a little bit of believing in yourself, but it definitely is there for you. Now we have the Empress crossing over the Knight of Swords, so if this isn't powerful energy for you, I don't know what is. Okay, the Knight of Swords is riding out into that meadow with your sword raised, yelling charge. Ready to champion a cause, ready to be successful. In fact, failure is not in your vocabulary. And then crossing over it is the Empress, which is new creative beginnings. Absolutely. It's very fertile ground for you. Now, as much as all these cards are saying new beginnings and fertile energy and, really going forward, we have the Page of Pentacles here, which makes me think that it is only the realization this week that you may be going towards this energy, but it is not actually at your doorstep. Now, maybe it is at your doorstep. I'm a firm believer in astrology, and so your birth chart is very important in knowing what energies are hitting you and when they are going to hit you. So, you could have 15 Libras, and all the energy is hitting at different periods of time depending on when you were born, right? Because of where the stars and the moons and the sun is and all the planets and all the different energies that surround us, because here we are looking into this crystal ball, so to speak. We are looking at our new path forward. We are understanding the courage that we're going to need to have in order to step into these new beginnings. I've got peanut hair all over me here. So forgive me, but he's got this fine, fine hair, don't you? Yes, you do. You have this fine, fine hair. Yes. Yes, you do. Yeah, nobody can see you. Nobody can see you. You're just that short. So he was actually getting his tick and flea treatment that I make from All Natural, which works really great, but you got to keep applying, and then the loose hair is all over the place, but he needed it, so he hasn't had a tick on him in a week, and then we had a tick on us tonight, didn't we? So it was time. We don't want those on us, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. And of course, he's got 3 acres with a creek to run and frolic in, so there is long grasses and there is bushes and there is ticks and fleas, so we want to keep him so that he is not aggravated by his surroundings but enjoying his surroundings. And maybe this is what we're doing here. We are not being aggravated by our surroundings but enjoying our surroundings by maybe taking care of ourselves in some way. Never turn a blind eye to what Spirit is trying to say to you. So I don't know why I had to include peanut in there, but I'm thinking it has something to do with your health and well-being. And you know what? You have new ways of looking at how to take care of yourself, how to be in the moment, how to feel that vibration, that vitality. And it could be my tongue is tingling for some reason, so I'm thinking it's in the conversations that you were having with people. Okay, so that was a giant knock at my door, believe it or not. It sounded like the world was coming apart. My apologies. Page of Wands. We were talking about our health and well-being. This is new thoughts, new ideas, new approaches to bring in the vitality. And so when I had that whole speech about peanut and whatnot, I felt like, there was something that we were leaning to, something Spirit was trying to, and I usually don't include these cards in the weeklies, but I guess it was a very important part that you needed to know about. So, as much as we got the Fool there and the Empress and the Knight of Swords, and we're feeling confident, we're feeling like we can go forward. There are ways that, we really need to tap into our intuition, our higher wisdom on how to bring forth our well-being in order to have that balance, in order to feel that vitality, in order to go forward. Absolutely. Now, for our underlying energy, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is our dreams, our desires, our wishes. Okay, so now this is an underlying energy which tells us that we really have to focus in on it. Now, a new moon is coming. I did do a new moon affirmation video, probably about 2 months ago now. So if you don't have your own words to say for an affirmation every morning, a positive affirmation to set you upon the path of feeling positive all day, feeling like you got this, like you can go forward, then definitely play that video. Steal a couple of things out of it and write them down and say them each and every day. Okay, because it's all, the more that you can bring your truest dreams into, and this might be a week where you decide, I always thought I wanted that, but I don't. Or I want so much more than that. This is the time to tweak, to adjust, to really realize the true potential of what you are putting up to the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guides, what you really want to bring into being, your goals, what you want to manifest, who you want to become. So, this is an underlying energy, so it's almost like we need to add to it or take away from it where applicable. Now, our overriding energy is the Five of Pentacles. And so, this could be where we are really feeling pulled down, we are feeling depressed. It could actually be from something that we've recently walked through, a heartbreak, a disappointment, and so you're really down on yourself. You're really thinking that everybody else has got everything going for them, and it's just not going to happen for me. For little old me, poor little old me. This is feeling like you're left out in the cold. This is the pity party. Okay? You really do have to realize that you are, we have the Fool as our very first card, people. You have to realize that there is a beautiful, expansive path opening up to you. You sit in front of the door of abundance here. My worry is you don't realize that you get pulled down into this negative energy, and what you call into being comes into being. So when you are calling out to negative energy and, oh, why me, and things just aren't going my way, and I just had that downfall, and you really have to believe and have a faith that God, your angels, your spirit guides are putting you in place to go on that bright new path. We start with the Fool, and then we have the Empress, the Knight of Swords. But this energy could really weigh you down. So if you start beating yourself up, if you start allowing those limitations to take over, if you don't take care of your health and well-being, if you don't look at the things that you can do to bring yourself into vitality, into a joy, into a sense of wellness, your thoughts are energy. So much more that you have to really tune into those new moon affirmations, really. And if you don't like my video, then watch somebody else's video. The important thing is that you get some beautiful affirmations to start your day every day and to say them throughout the day. Okay, every time that you start getting a negative energy or start having a pity party for yourself or feeling like you've dropped the ball or you've missed the opportunity or you've really made a mess out of things or things just exploded on you, you need to just yell stop and do some affirmations to understand your empowerment. Nothing has passed you by. Nothing has passed you by. Okay? People that go through the hardest challenges, they have the strongest path forward. But you have to believe in that path forward, and you have to believe in God, your angels, your spirit guides, and most of all, you have to believe in you and your wisdom, your intuition, and listen to your intuition, and listen to your higher wisdom. And don't allow that pity party to take hold of you. You sit in front of the door of opportunity, of abundance here. We have the Four of Wands, and this is all about looking at our security, looking at our foundations. This is the marriage and proposal card, so you could be negotiating very much this week. You could have negotiations happening in your life of you will compromise here, but you are not going to give here, and yes, you will allow there kind of energy around you. This is really looking at what is building your foundation, your strong foundation, in order to go forward. Okay? You may be looking at your foundation and thinking it's not great enough. You may be looking at what you rely on and thinking that it really doesn't give you a sense of security. I think there is a lot of energy here of you, especially with the Page of Wands, in your health and well-being, that you are really looking at what needs to be in place, where you need to strive more. And I mean, we have the Nine of Cups there, about tweaking our dreams, of really looking at what we truly want. I mean, our dreams change as time changes. And so if we had this dream 5 years ago, we really need to examine it again and understand, do we have the firm foundation we need to really grow that dream? And do we want that dream? Have we really been setting ourselves up for a whole different dream completely? And then we have the Moon. So it is about our inner balance. It is about feeling strong on the inside. And so we really need to work on that part of us so that we can open ourselves to the new opportunities, that door of opportunity, that door of abundance that is awaiting to open for us. So this is the week where we need to look inside and see our strengths, see our beauty, see where we can have beautiful growth, see where we want beautiful growth, demand that beautiful growth into being, and find that balance, because, you know, we have the wealth there, and that is just this wild, adventurous energy waiting to break free. So recognize it in yourself. As we go towards the weekend and into next week, and you know what, I want to go back here because we got the Wheel of Fortune, where how other people are going to see us. So I think that you are going to be having conversations with certain people and demanding certain things within relationships. You are going to be changing maybe the foundation of the relationship. You are going to change, you know, what you really wanted out of the relationship. You are going to grow it stronger and bigger and better, if at all possible. But I think there's also places where people are going to see you slamming doors shut on certain parts of relationships or situations in order for you to walk. I mean, people are going to see that about you with the Wheel of Fortune being there. You're getting all the cards. So this is how other people, this is in the position of how other people see you. So you may not actually be closing the doors, or may not even feel like you are closing certain doors in your life, but you are. Because people are seeing that about you, or you are not allowing certain things in your life anymore. Maybe it was an obligation or a responsibility that you say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. That's your journey, not mine, and you need to take responsibility for that obligation or responsibility. It is not on my plate anymore. So people are seeing you. Expect more, expect better, and new opportunities will arise from it. Absolutely. Now, back to into the weekend, into next week, we have the Ace of Wands. We are really thinking about the balance of what needs to be in going forward, in creating our future. It is coupled with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, so very loving energy, very motherly type energy. So you know, in that balance, it's our expectation of loving our passions, loving our dreams, loving the expectation of what we want to walk into. Not allowing people to pull us off our path, not allowing people to make the rules for us. We might get a little bit more adventurous. We may get a little bit more of, you know what, it's my time. going forward. Absolutely. For love relationships, maybe this is where we are really feeling that, oh, woe is me, because we have the Five of Cups. Essentially, this is crying over spilt milk. You can't undo the past. You can only go forward. So if there has been a recent blow up within a relationship, or you didn't see eye to eye, or there's really some tension happening, know that you really need to look at the positive aspects of the relationship and grow on those positive aspects to not, you know, what's done is done. And in many situations, in many of our trials as we go through life, the bumps in the road are these insignificant little things, and it starts off as a little bit of bickering and it turns into this giant mountain in front of us that we can't climb. So we need to look at what we need to release. We need to release regret maybe within the relationship, disappointment within the relationships, and see the beauty of the relationship, of what that person really brings into our life. If we are looking for a new relationship, well, we have the Queen of Cups with the Ace of Wands, so we have an Ace of Swords actually in our spirituality. And that's, you're going to get those aha moments, you're going to get those epiphanies, and how are you going to get them? Through your spirituality, through meditation, through prayer, through being alone with your thoughts and talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, believing your intuition, believing your higher wisdom. It's the only card I didn't show you. So, so yes, there could be new relationships, absolutely. Especially, we have the Empress, we have the Fool, we have the Nine of Cups on the board here. So we've got so many indications of new things coming into our life. So why not new relationships as well? Absolutely. But we have to stop being so hard on ourselves. We have to stop beating ourselves up over something that we did or something that we said. We can't rewalk and rewrite the past. It is what it is. So take the learning experience from it, take the wisdom from it, and move forward. And don't get caught up in the little details. Okay? It's not the little details that are going to matter long run. Okay? In 5 years from now, you're not going to remember who did the dishes, who took the garbage out, who got the kids ready for school. That's not going to matter as much as you supported me when I needed it, you loved me when I needed it, I loved you when you needed it, I supported you when you needed it. Are you there for each other? Do you raise each other up? Do you love each other unconditionally? Do you want each other to be a success? Do you want to go together as one giant success? These are the things that you really need to meditate on and have conversations about, and to release the regret, release the disappointments, especially if it's little stuff. If it's big ones, well, then you really need to have a conversation. You really need to look inwardly to see how you need to move forward. But if it's small things, let's move forward. For work, career, finances, we have the Nine of Wands. Anxiety, worries, fears, concerns, stresses, all the fun stuff, right? Okay, this is where you really attach to your wisdom. Okay, this is where you can have so much growth potential in job, in career, because you realize what little mistakes you made in the past which prevented you from moving forward when you wanted to move forward. For every one of these wands, it represents a stress, a worry, a fear, a concern that we went through, a chaos in times of our life, okay? The one we hold is severely gnarled, and look at, there's still a white blossom on that. So we gained wisdom, we gained understanding, we gained knowledge in order to go forward, and now we need to apply that. There is a beautiful beautiful path opening up to you. And I do believe for the majority of you, it would be work or career based, because the Fool usually leans towards that more than anything else. But it is a general reading, so I'm not going to disallow anything else. But I think for the majority of you, you really need to look at where you have those stresses, those worries in life, in order to take you to the next level of your development when it comes to work and career. I really do think with the Empress there, that creative, fertile energy, that Knight of Swords, staying charged, that feeling of success, championing the cause, you just really need to attach yourself more to your own wisdom, your higher intuition, in order to make the right steps, make the right moves, go after what you truly want in your life. And I think the world is just going to open up a beautiful path for you going forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.